a time the Simpsons leaned on a super lazy stereotype.
Me flapper dicky wrong time.
And here's the time the Simpsons crossed the line completely.
Besides, if we want to see Japanese people, we could have gone to the zoo.
Homer!
Can he say that? In nearly 40 years of airtime, The Simpsons have had some seriously controversial episodes, so today, why not look at the most racist episodes in Simpsons history? Let's see how many lines we can cross today. Starting with the time The Simpsons visited Tanzania. It's a beautiful country, which is probably most famous for their wildlife safaris, and that's exactly what's on the agenda for the Simpsons family when they head on over there on holiday after they win an Animal Cracker Prize. Sorry, I've never heard of that in my entire life.
What is it, Nagango?
Evil is coming.
What shall we do, Nagango?
You are Nagongo now.
Never mind winning a trip to Africa, those Animal Cracker people need to be sending Homer to the dentist. That could have taken a tooth out. Anyway, Homer has his tickets and they jet off to Tanzania to meet their tour guide, Kintengi.
Hello, Simpson. Welcome to Africa. I am your guide.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi! Isn't that cute? A bush baby.
Shoo, shoo. Man, I just bought this shirt.
The wildlife in Tanzania seems to be a little more exotic than you'd imagine. Like, who knew they had spiders as big as dogs?
Bound to happen.
Free trip or no free trip, if I saw that sucker, I'd be on the first flight home. The Simpsons, however, are clearly braver souls than I because they gear on up to go on a safari, and let's just say, it's not like you see in all those nature documentaries. I guess that's why they say don't believe everything you see on TV. Wait a sec, The Simpsons is on TV now, and I don't know what to believe. All these fun and games take a turn when The Simpsons are introduced to the locals. I mean, sure, they're fun and welcoming, but they're also a big bag of stereotypes. You'll see what I mean.
Hey, Mom, look what my Bali gave me. Check it out.
I told you not to get your lip disc.
Uh-oh.
I know this sort of stuff does happen, but making it so cartoonish and widespread is obviously a problem. Not everyone from Tanzania looks like that, yet to Westerners, this is what they first think of, apparently. And boy, do the Simpsons double down on it.
Get into a frenzy. Ha ha.
While the family's enjoying the welcome from the locals, Homer gets into some drumming, but he smacks the wrong thing and, well, annoys a hippo.
Homer, no.
A hungry hippo! Help! Get Tangy!
Run for it.
Tenge manages to wrestle that big boy anyway, and by wrestle, I mean distracted for 5 seconds before being beaten to a pulp.
Good old Katangi.
To escape the rampaging hippo, Homer and the fam jump on one of the locals' shields and raft their way down the Zambezi River, where Homer, with all of his 3 brain cells, decides to send the family crashing through the Victoria Falls.
Here's why they shouldn't get anything. 1. This flower saved our lives.
You're not out of the woods yet, or should I say jungle, because Homer, you're currently sitting in a flower that eats meat.
Oh no! It's eating us!
How did you do that?
It's a flower.
Oh yeah, good point. The rest of the episode is pretty stereotype-free. The family ends up running into Jane Goodall, the monkey expert. She looks after them until they head home. But yeah, let's face facts here. Those villagers were just included to make fun of lazy stereotypes for cheap laughs. And it's not getting any better with our next contestant here. I don't fracking know. We're heading all the way over to Tokyo, Japan. Not exactly any less offensive than our trip to Tanzania, as I said, although this time Homer doesn't exactly want to go on vacation.
Come on, Homer. Japan will be fun.
That's not how I remember it. Besides, if we want to see Japanese people, we could have gone to the zoo. The guy who washes the elephant is Japanese. His name is Takashi. He's in my book club.
Homer has a book club? Ain't no way. He was just covering up for saying something insanely racist. Anyway, the only reason they're going to Tokyo is because Marge managed to nab a good deal at a discounted price, so cheer up, Homer. It's basically a discount vacation.
You're supposed to slide those doors open.
I don't have time for that.
Homer isn't a lot of things. He's not smart, he's not blessed with hair, but he's 100% an American. I mean, have you guys seen anything more American than not caring about other countries' traditions because it's easier to be a schlab? That's a patriot right there. Just wait until he gets to the bathroom, though.
welcome. I am honored to accept your waste.
You just knew, didn't you, that the one thing that impressed Homer is a fancy toilet. Then again, have you sat on one of those bad boys? I imagine it's how a car feels when it's going through a car wash. Something else I wanted to mention is that this episode's pretty famous for being pretty offensive to Japanese people. So much so that it was pulled from airing in Japan for, well, we'll see. I'll start with them parodying Japanese kids who went into seizures after watching a certain Pokemon episode.
Yeah, I'm still checking out. Isn't this that cartoon that causes seizures? What are you doing?
Hey, what the?
Then you got the Simpsons writers taking a shot at Hello Kitty and weirdly suggesting that the company burn cats to make their products.
The Hello Kitty Factory.
There's already a pretty big Asian stereotype with the idea that they eat dogs and cats, so you can understand why people were outraged at that. But that's fucking small potatoes compared to how they reacted when they saw Homer's meeting with the Japanese Emperor Akihito.
I am the Emperor.
I'm Clobbersaurus. Yes! Oh, hail Emperor Clobbersaurus!
And then of all the things you've had him land in, it just had to be sumo jock straps. After that mess, Homer and Bart head for some downtime, and Homer actually looks like he's embracing the culture from behind a jail cell.
Your wife has paid your bill.
Can take another minute in this hellhole.
Oh, I know, it must have been torture. The comfy clothes, great food, and the all-relaxing hobbies in the world. How did you survive, brother? After bailing Homer and Bart out of jail, Marge had spent all the money that they had, so to earn money for flights home, the family get jobs at a fish gutting factory.
Every truckload of fish we got brings us 31 cents closer to those tickets home.
Knife goes in, guts come out.
Spare my life, and I will grant you free will.
Knife goes in, guts come out.
Saying that a country is open to not only child labor, but technically slave labor too, is also a pretty big deal. I mean, they're not making much of it. If anything, they're almost celebrating it so they can get home, but like 31 cents an hour? What is that, 645 bucks a year? How many tanks of gas is that in the US right now? One? Anyway, the Simpsons won't have to work all year because their luck's about to change when they go on a game show called the Happy Smile Super Challenge Family Wish Show. Bit of a mouthful, but I guess it sounds better in Japanese.
Welcome to our contestant from America, the Simpsons.
You honor us.
Don't patronize me.
Now that's been long overdue. Even though the Simpsons are a bit rough around the edges, they still play the game and their wish is to obviously go home. Their challenge is they gotta collect the plane tickets from the mouth of a smoking hot volcano. Easy peasy then.
Got him!
Another dose of karma. I know you might be thinking Lisa's close to death, but when the family stretches themselves to save her, they all fall into the lava. The totally real and not 100% fake lava.
Well, at least we'll die doing what we love.
Orangeade, made by our sponsor, Osaka Orangeade Concern. It's loaded with wasabi.
Silly me, Orangeade. Why didn't I think? The Simpsons get their tickets and they're off back to Springfield, and you think after a time like that they'd stay kaput, but no, they're on the road again in Missionary Impossible, and you best believe we got some more harmful stereotypes. The episode takes place on the fictional island of Micronesia, but before we get there, Homer's in a little bit of a pickle when he anonymously pledges money to PBS, so they'll quit asking for donations in the middle of his favorite shows.
Please, we're only $10,000 away from returning to our show.
I'd like to pledge $10,000 to get them to shut up. Done.
You don't have $10,000.
How are they gonna find me?
Most people would realize that PBS could trace Homer's call and press him for the money, but Homer ain't most people.
But thanks to InstaTrace, we've learned it's Homer Simpson of 742 Evergreen Terrace. Our pledge enforcement van will be at his house in moments.
That's it, boy. Go get help. Go!
It's no use, they're already knocking on your door, buddy. And when they realize he can't pay, let's just say they're not happy.
You don't have the money. Thought you could stab your problems away? Get 'em, boys.
Bash his eyes out!
It's a beautiful day to kick your ass.
You know you gone and done it when Mr. Rogers is swearing. Anyway, Homer runs and takes cover in the church. He tells Reverend Lovejoy about the situation and he can help. He makes Homer a missionary and sends him out to Micronesia to give Christian relief, which sounds a little weird now that I say it out loud.
I'm no missionary. I don't even believe in Jeebus.
No can do.
Save me, Jeebus!
When Homer lands, he's met by other missionaries and the people of Micronesia. As Homer joins in, though, the other missionaries leave and it's just Homer and the locals. Listen to them introduce themselves and straight away you know there's some problems brewing.
Hiding from PBS.
I am Kotok. This is Ak.
We look forward to learning about the Bible from you.
Here you go, knock yourself out.
We cannot read.
Does the word jet lag mean anything to you people? Lag?
Buddy, they can speak English. You don't need to talk to them like that. Anyway, if you didn't know, there's a little country in Oceania called Micronesia. This is obviously a parody of those people, but the people of the real Micronesia aren't a weird mix of different cultures, like in the way the Microasia people are portrayed. Meaning you get a caricature of a whole group of people.
Are you enjoying your ox testicle?
Very much so.
You wouldn't rather have a coconut? They're delicious.
No, I'm good.
The names of the islanders are also pretty out there. Ak, Katak, and, well, I'll let her introduce herself.
Thanks, sweetheart. My name's Homer. What's yours?
Uviluyu Kitanawanje.
I'm gonna call you Lisa Jr.
I don't know what's worse, the serious over-exaggerated name or Homer's reaction to it. Plus, it's the stereotype of the whole tribe of people who are unspoiled by the Western world. Oh, but the Western world's about to show up in a big way, though, because Homer introduces his new friends to the wonders of gambling via casino.
I'm about to share with you a modern-day miracle to revitalize cities from East St. Louis to Biloxi, Mississippi. Casino gambling!
Lucky Savage?
It could be you!
The stereotyping actually has a name. It's called the Noble Savage. We've seen the noble part, so you know the savage part's right around the corner.
Is everybody happy? Oh my God.
How can 8 be 1 and 11? What kind of God would allow that?
To get them back on the straight and narrow, Homer uses the fear of God to stop them from gambling, drinking, and fighting, and it works.
Thanks to you, all of us finally have a place to pray. I'm in a gambling program for real this time.
How many times must we go to church to avoid hell?
Every Sunday for the rest of our lives.
No, really.
The fact that a white guy can go into an untouched society and suddenly be the boss is not good. The whole forcing of religion, noble savage angle, the fact that no one in Micronesia is actually in a tribe. I guess you could say this place isn't real, but that somehow makes it worse. Another episode I want to touch on is Season 7's Much Ado About Nothing, where Springfield's being terrorized by bear attacks, so the people demand Quimby does something about it, and he does. He raises their taxes.
Woohoo! A perfect day. Hey, how come my pay is so low? Bear patrol tax $5. This is an outrage. It's the biggest tax increase in history.
The town is just as angry about the tax hike as they were about the bears, so they march to Quimby again, and this time he has a new strategy to keep the bears away and keep the tags.
People, your taxes are high because of illegal immigrants. We need to get rid of them.
Immigrants. I knew it was them. Even when it was the bears, I knew it was them.
Oh, somebody please think of the children!
This episode aired nearly 30 years ago, and we're still having the same problems we did back then as we do now. Obviously, the entire town goes on an immigrant-blaming rampage, and anyone who's foreign, no matter their standing in the community, is targeted.
Hey, German boy, go back to Germania!
I do not deserve this! I've come here legally as an exchange student!
The only thing we exchanged for you is our national dignity.
But it's just the beginning. The town starts preparing for their own anti-immigrant rally.
You know what really aggravates me? Is them immigrants. They want all the benefits of living in Springfield. They ain't even bothered to learn themselves the language.
Those are exactly my sentimonies.
The town has completely made people like Apu outcasts. They set up outside his store and try to stop anyone from going inside.
Make the protesters go away, and I'll give you the entire bottle. It's my first customers in a week.
Marge talks to Apu about how he's feeling, and he talks about his old life back in India, and it's a pretty ropey portrayal of the country.
I came here shortly after my graduation from Caltech, Calcutta Technical Institute. As the top student in my graduating class of 7 million, I was accepted for graduate study in the United States.
Whatever you do, we will always love you.
Yeah, because India is famous for having elephants and king cobras at a university graduation. Not to mention the class of 7 million jokes. Oh, and when Apu leaves for America, we find out that he's engaged to a child.
Never forget who you are.
And I won't forget you, Manjula. I'm so sorry our arranged marriage will not come to pass.
Farewell, my beloved.
I'm gonna put it down to just some poor attempt at being funny through lazy stereotypes. Anyway, Apu is sick of being targeted and decides if he's gonna stay in Springfield, he better toe the line, so he becomes an American.
Oh,
You're just noticing the way I'm talking to you now. I am an American citizen after all. Just plumb forgot about it. Ha ha ha.
The town made Apu feel so unsafe that he had to forge some documents and throw away his heritage. He feels super guilty about it, giving up its past and decides he's just going to allow himself to be deported rather than live a lie. But Lisa thinks that she can tutor Apu into passing an American citizenship test. Let's see how that goes.
All right, here's your last question. What was the cause of the Civil War?
Aside from the obvious schism between abolitionists and anti-abolitionists, economic factors, both domestic and international, played a significant...
Hey, just say slavery.
Slavery it is, sir.
Yes, I am a citizen. Which way to the welfare office?
What?
I'm kidding. I work.
Apu's allowed to stay now that he's an official citizen, but that doesn't really excuse the discrimination against him for like 2 whole weeks leading up to it. Or any of the other immigrants that were shipped out of Springfield unlawfully. It's not the most racist episode we've seen today, but it's not good. We saw a little glimpse into what the Simpsons writers think life is like in India, while we get an even closer look in the episode Kiss Kiss Bang Bangalore, where Mr. Burns realizes it's cheaper to run the plant if he outsources his workers.
And I think it makes a terrific point. I'm closing the plant and moving all operations to India.
Does this mean we're losing our job?
Your jobs are safe. They'll just be done by someone else in another country.
I just bought a $3 million house!
And that's what all the big guys do. They capitalize on less well-off economies and pay people peanuts to do the same job they'd get you to do. Although Homer isn't being replaced, instead he's got to head out to India.
This isn't India. Where's the University of Notre Dame? The Indy 500? Wrigley Field? Dodger Dogs?
Did Homer just confuse the country India with the state Indiana? Man, been there, brother. Hit me up. Anyway, it's not long before Homer's insulting the locals. When he has a tussle with a cow, he calls Lisa, then she tells him they need to be respected, so he does this.
Do I have to? I'll show the cow I adore it. Oh, baby. Oh, come on, baby. Don't play hard to milk.
Okay, so that's a new one. It's true that the cow is a sacred animal to some Indians, but I doubt that many people are going to care or react with puppy eyes and Homer does that. But anyway, at the new plant, Mr. Burns makes an entrance and, well, maybe it's best if you guys take a look.
Why did you want to make an entrance like that, sir?
Was that really necessary to Mr. Burns? I swear he's like that granddad at Thanksgiving who insists there's nothing wrong with doing the accent. To make it worse, you think that the plant at least benefits India, but no.
The energy generated here is transmitted through undersea cables back to America.
That sign is powered by non-American workers.
Your beer's German and the TV's Japanese. Is there anything in this bar that's made in America? Just this. God, misfire!
Homer's the plant's new manager, and his introduction is worse than Burns's.
Now I'd like to introduce you to your new manager. Integrity and dedication make him untouchable.
I was doing Karnak with my bodyguard. Hindu. What do you call the moisture on your hin?
Classic. Now, tell them how to run a nuclear plant.
Did I say
Yeah, that's pretty bad. First, Homer says Hindu when the religion of the guy is clearly Sikh, and the turban is a holy head dressing that is only to be removed in the privacy of the wearer's home. It's part of an identity, so Homer just made a mockery of that. And the fact that the writers don't really acknowledge it isn't great. The offensive offense doesn't stop there, though. Smithers is about to get in on the act.
Oh, he's got the meeting out of his hand.
Sir, can we talk about this arranged marriage of mine?
Jeez, every time. They have other kinds of marriages in India too, you know. Oh, and don't get me started with people riding elephants, cows, and goats in the Bangalore traffic jams. Now, here's the Simpsons making fun of Hinduism because Homer started to fancy himself a god.
I'm not a god. God has a white beard and invented the Da Vinci Code.
In our system of belief, there are many gods.
Got the Elephant Man, Johnny Six Arms, Papa Smurf. Maybe I am one of them. If only I had some kind of proof. I want a free soda! I am a god!
To be fair, The Simpsons does make fun of Christianity a bunch, so it squares out. This god talk goes straight to Homer's head. He decides he's going to become one, because apparently a white guy in a different culture can just do that. No, really, the Indians just go along with it for some reason.
Silence! Now, for my amusement, let the monkey fight the elephant!
He's racially appropriated Indian clothes and ceremonial makeup and is claiming to be their god. I mean, not the best of looks. When I can think of good looks, it's not up there. Marge comes to visit him and puts a stop to all the nonsense, and it turns out the Indian people know he isn't a god, but he's given them the work life of a regular American.
You don't have to worship him. He's not a god.
We know that.
The secrets he tells us.
He told us of overtime pay.
And coffee break.
Casual Fridays.
On-site daycare.
Muffin baskets on your birthday.
With Mylar balloons.
Mylar balloons.
This man told you about these things?
In fact, he gave them to us in a binding contract. Abom Shabai means vote union.
Abom Shabai. So let me get this straight. According to the writers of this episode, working in India is so hellish that the mediocre lifestyle of an American wage slave was enough for them to start worshiping Homer. Incredible stuff. Anyway, Burns' outsourcing plan is ruined and he has to bring the plant back to Springfield. I think this episode had good intentions. It was trying to be an anti-slave pay message, but got wrapped up in way too much racial stereotypes and edgy jokes for that to land. The next episode that raises a few eyebrows is Bart to the Future, where the Simpson family drive to the park for a picnic, but soon find it's overrun by a plague of mosquitoes.
Folks, you're gonna want to turn around. Please, just go. They've taken the visitor center.
Jeez.
My class rings! Oh, thanks a lot.
You sure they're mosquitoes and not piranhas with wings? Anyway, with that idea out of the window, the Simpsons are looking for something to do, and Bart spots a Native American-themed casino, and of course, Homer can't resist.
Hey, an Indian casino.
That's not a very, progressive sign. Even the film they're showing, Carrot Scalp. Get it? Because Native Americans scalped people? Hilarious writing, guys. And then we get to Homer's behavior in the casino.
No minors.
But I really want...
Sorry, we must respect the ways of the Indian. Hey, how are you?
It's crazy how that chant is synonymous with the Native American stereotypes, but in reality, it's not even real. Native American music is so diverse, and yet there's not a single instance where it comes up. The closest thing is powwow music, which, to be fair, is what the casino is called, but still. Homer's just seen one too many John Wayne movies. Anyway, kids aren't allowed in the casino, so Bart is kicked out, but he wouldn't be Bart if he didn't try and break the rules by sneaking back in.
Say hello to... You've become a real boy.
Time for some underage gambling.
Bart is sent in to see the chief at the casino. He tells Bart that he can stay in his office as Homer puts him down for collateral if he loses a buttload of cash. But while they're in his office, the chief shows Bart some Native American foresight. He sees a life of bitterness ahead, and he can show him.
I thought maybe you were some kind of Indian mystic who could tell the future. Whoa!
If you want to see your future, throw a treasured personal item into the fire. Not a firecracker!
Nothing like the old mystic stereotype. Anyway, he can actually see into the future, and he shows Bart what he's going to be like in 30 years' time.
That's me in the future?
You're about to say something.
Hello, Capital City.
Any clean towels?
Use this.
Sick of having to dry myself with a newspaper.
Man, if that's all my future had in store, I'd be fixing up real quick. There's nothing else offensive of note in this episode, but basically Bart's a nobody who lives with Ralph Wiggum, and Lisa is, take a look for yourself.
Excellent question. Yes, I am proud to be America's first straight female president. Now, in conclusion, my administration will focus on the 3 R's. Reading, writing, and refilling the ocean.
I mean, did you expect anything else? It was either the presidency or winning a Nobel Prize. Actually, if recent events are anything to go by, it's probably going to be both. But anyway, Lisa tries to help her struggling brother out, and he does an okay job, so as a result, she legalizes it, which older Bart is pretty happy about.
What can I do to thank you?
Legalize it.
Legalize what? Oh, consider it done. Hasty.
Seems like a good future to me. I mean, do better, Bart, and change. Who am I kidding? I'm convincing nobody. In the grand scheme of things, this episode isn't bad on the whole offense scale, but something slightly more in your face is when the Simpson family headed to Brazil and blame it on Lisa, where Marge finds that someone has run up a huge telephone bill while calling someone in Brazil.
Our phone bill is $400. Charged us for a call to Brazil.
Choke on your lies!
Brother, calm down. For once, he's telling the truth. Lisa's the one behind the big old this bill thing. It's because she's been keeping contact with an orphan boy called Ronaldo.
You made that call?
I I've been sponsoring an orphan boy in Brazil.
Sharing your allowance with a poor Brazilian boy.
The boys from Brazil are little Hitlers.
Ronaldo used to send me a letter every month. Then they stopped. But they said he disappeared.
Yeah, I'm beginning to see why the people of Brazil hate this episode so much, and they're not even done with it yet. Here's Ronaldo's thank you video for the money.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you for your donation. Because of your generosity, I bought sturdy shoes that will last for 1,000 sambas.
Oh, he's so adorable.
And with the money left over, the orphanage was able to buy a door. Now the monkeys cannot bite me. I am like sugar to them.
Anyway, Lisa gets really worried about Ronaldo because it seems like he's gone missing, so the Simpsons jet off to Brazil to try and find Ronaldo, but when they arrive, he's nowhere to be found.
These are slums. The government just painted them bright colors so the tourists wouldn't be offended.
Check out the rats.
Ooh, they look like Skittles.
Although I don't think any Brazilian would deny the slums. The rainbow-colored rats were definitely a touch too far. The Skittles joke is probably why the Brazilian government wrote the Simpsons a strongly worded letter to cover more ground of the search. The family split up in pairs, but as soon as Bart and Homer search, they get into a taxi and are kidnapped.
My American friend, I'm afraid that this is a kidnapping.
I don't have to pay the fare.
I suppose. I'm afraid you don't appreciate the seriousness of the situation.
Fine.
They won $50,000 for his release, which obviously the Simpsons do not have, but Bart manages to escape and heads back to his mom and sister to give them the news. First, though, he's got something else on his mind. Or should I say a couple of things.
Hey, time for Brazil's favorite kids show, Teleboobies. Where's your father?
Kidnapped.
After Marge switches off the temptress, he lets her know about Homer. And obviously they don't have that kind of money to get him out of trouble, though.
So have you got the $50,000?
You have $1,200.
Buy you one of my legs or something they call a mystery bag. $1,200.
Okay, only $48,800 to go then. It's a shame they don't have any crazy game shows in Brazil so they could wish for that money, but the non-kidnapped Simpsons try to find out where Homer's being held, and they stumble upon a carnival parade. They find who they're looking for originally.
It's me, Ronaldo. I am Flamenco Flamingo. And it all started with the dancing shoes you bought me.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know what state you lived in.
If you look at the clues, you can figure it out.
Meet me at the studio.
Where is it?
That way.
Thanks to Ronaldo's new job working on a TV show, he's fairly flush with cash, and he has no problem stumping up the cash to get Homer out of Dodge.
Our money sure is gay.
You are free to go.
I mean, guys, don't get me wrong. It's good the little brother's doing better, but my question to you guys is, why is he still wearing nags? Like, do the Simpsons writers still think that even if you got money in Brazil, you just gotta wear rundown clothes anyway? Whatever. That, along with the other stuff we pointed out in this episode, makes you realize Brazil were not overreacting when they banned this episode. The same low-grade depiction of a country happens when Homer heads to Cuba to help Mr. Burns escape the FBI. Basically, Burns has stolen $1 trillion bill from the IRS with Homer's help. And he's picked Cuba as a place to hide it until it blows over. Burns, Smithers, and Homer fly out there secretively so the FBI or IRS don't grab them.
Ooh, and it has freedom written all over it.
That's Cuba.
Cuba, eh? Take her down, Smithers.
You're flying the plane, sir.
Excellent.
It's not depicted in the greatest delights, a bankrupt country that sells a special type of meat.
Oh, you're gonna love it in Cuba, Marge. Breaded pork everywhere.
It's carne de burro.
Nice to meet you.
Don't we all love a plate of donkey meat? I don't know what this joke's trying to say, and I'm not gonna look further into it. Plus, if people weren't offended enough, Burns tries to do a deal with Fidel Castro.
Oh, so the island's not for sale, eh? Will you at least permit us to live in your socialist paradise? All we ask is preferential treatment because of my fabulous wealth.
May I see?
Not with your hands.
When Castro finds out about that $1 trillion note, he asks Burns if he can, inspect it, and Monty foolishly hands it over to him.
Mr. Burns, we can trust the president of Cuba.
Give it back.
Give what back?
That's what you get for dealing with him. With no way home and no money, the boys have no choice but to just raft it back to the USA, if the sea will even take them that way.
It's hard to believe they're worse than America.
Yes, I too feel renewed appreciation for the good old US of A. Oppression and harassment are a small price to pay.
You facing some serious jail time?
And if it's a crime to steal $1 trillion from our government and hand it over to communist Cuba, and if it's a crime to bribe a jury, then so help me, guilty of that.
Bless America!
Believe it or not, though, the Simpsons clearly don't learn from their Cuba lesson, because nearly 20 years later, Homer goes back there for round 2 in the episode Havana Wild Weekend. And yeah, it's more bad stereotyping. It all starts with poor old Grandpa suffering from a leaky pipe, if you get where I'm going with this.
Oh, it wasn't a dog. I went on the rug.
Grandpa, is everything all right?
I'm falling apart like toast in a dishwasher.
Sit down here and relax.
Yeah, the poor guy doesn't know when he's going to the toilet anymore, but he can't get the help he needs in America. Well, he can, it just cost a bomb. So an old ex-soldier gives the family some advice.
Those Cuban doctors patched me up good.
How much less?
Well, what cost $2,000 cost $6 there.
You know, despite all the horror stories I've heard about Cuba for healthcare, I've heard more for America. Still, though, the family need to get Abe fixed, so they fly out to Havana, and let's just say, at the airport, the country isn't shown in the best of flights.
There are 12 types of visits to Cuba. Professional research.
I don't know what either of those words mean.
Family visits.
Is there a VIP entrance to this place?
You got criminals, drug dealers, people carrying guns, deadly disease carrying bugs, just generally the worst people on Earth. That's lovely.
Religious activities.
God, no.
Mistook us for Aruba.
Is that weird lettuce?
Transmission of information.
Who wants to know?
Journalistic activity.
I'm doing an article for my school paper.
You're in.
My bad. Let's add RPG carrying criminals to the list. What makes all this worse is the fact that Cuba isn't really the lawless dictatorship it once was. I won't go into the geopolitics of it all, but it's generally considered definitely safer now. You know, not the cesspit for criminals they show it to be here. Plus, the show seems to think Cuba looks awful, though. I mean, get a load of the buildings in the background and how run down they are.
You can make money playing dominoes? Let's take these guys.
Everything's a 6. What?
When they do finally get him to the doctor again, it's not the most pristine place I've ever seen, and sadly, there's nothing they can do for Ed.
I am so sorry. There is nothing I can do. This festive shirt.
I don't like the way the birds are looking at me.
Relax, viejo. Return the shirt after he...
As they walk the streets disappointed by the news, we see even more how out of date the Simpsons writers think Havana is.
We took an exotic island vacation for nothing.
Now this is a car. The windows that weren't good for nothing. Seat you could fit all your newborn babies on.
That rundown aesthetic is what actually perked Abe up, though. He's back in his element in Havana. The fact everything kind of looks like it's in the 1950s brings back a lot of good memories for him, and eventually, after thinking about staying there, he returns home in a much better place than when he went. And there we have it. Those are the most racist episodes in Simpsons history. Considering this isn't Family Guy or South Park, to rack up 10 episodes that could be considered racist is pretty wild. If you guys want to check out another one of my videos, then how about this one that just popped up on screen right about now? It's a doozy, so give it a click and I'll see y'all over there. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching.